All right, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. Episode 68 of Hello Hello, the podcast. We are once again back from our small little delayed break. How you been, Jeds? What have you been up to, babe?
Good. Not much. Destiny?
Yeah,
That's it?
Destiny, bed rest.
Yeah, bed rest,
That
because
pretty much it, right?
you're closer to 30. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The smallest thing can throw you out.
Legit.
Smallest thing. Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, same old, you know. Thought I finally got COVID. Nope, was just a cold.
Oh,
Was
good.
just a cold. Yeah. So, but it was so weird. Like, I don't know how I would have got it. You know, probably at work or something like that.
The
But
cold?
like, yeah, but I don't remember interacting with anyone that was like sniffly or coughy or
Maybe they were
anything like
asymptomatic.
that. And just, come home and it hit me pretty fast because like I come home from work and then by like 10:30, 11 o'clock, I was like, I can feel a little bit of a tickle in my throat. That's a bit weird.
Oh.
And then I woke up the next day and it was like razor blades down my throat. It was
Oh,
like it
wow.
was so hard to swallow water. It was like I could barely eat anything. I had no appetite. And I was like, oh no, here we go. This is it. This is finally it. Went and got a test, an actual PCR test. Because
Okay.
they do the triple threat test these days where like they do
Yeah,
they test for
influenza?
COVID, obviously. They test for influenza and then like RSA. I don't know what RSA is or something. But yeah, they tested for all three. All three of them were negative. So I was like, okay, well, it's just got to be some form of a cold. And then after that, I started to feel quite a bit better. So,
That's good.
yeah, I'm still a little bit on the mend. So if I cough, please excuse me. Or if I sneeze as well, please excuse me. But I should be okay. I got a drink. So if my throat gets scratchy, I should be fine.
Well, we
But
do
yeah.
have a long episode.
We do have a lot of stuff. We have been gone for like, what is it, 2 weeks now? So there
Yeah.
is a little bit that we've missed out on. Obviously, we're not going to be able to cover it all because we want to try and keep this sort of within that 1 hour-ish time frame for you
Mhm.
guys. So this is most of the most recent stuff that we've heard of or seen.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. There's a lot, yeah.
Well,
And this, I think, is just from the last 2 days as well.
I know.
Like,
So should we just
which is crazy.
get started?
Yeah, take us away, Jens. Take us away.
I'm gonna quickly start this episode with the new Siege update that is coming on the 8th, I believe. So tomorrow?
Well, it's out. No, it's out.
Oh, it's out.
It's out. Me and Emma played 2 games just before. It's out.
Okay.
So update games. They've also somehow, I don't think it's in the list here, but they've also somehow managed to make the game smaller.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna need to
Yeah.
update it and see this.
So
But yeah, Operation Brutal Swarm is out, which means we have the new operator Grim from Singapore, who I
Yeah.
think we mentioned just very briefly last episode.
yes, yeah. But please give us another rundown of him. Jens,
I
'cause-
shall.
Yeah.
He's a quick operator but has low health to kind of balance that out. I'm not going to talk about weapons because I barely know weapons anyways. But his main thing is that he has a gadget called the Kawan Hive Launcher. Kawan means friend, so that's fun.
That's cute. Bees are friends.
I think
Bees are friends.
Kawan, yeah.
Bees are friends.
So yeah, this launcher basically throws out a canister that deploys nanobots, aka bees, which reveal the position of enemies if they're in a vicinity of where the bees are released, until their batteries run out, which is about 8 seconds.
Yeah, now like I said, I have played a couple of games with him. I made sure to pick him when I was playing it before. To me, it seems like those batteries run out relatively fast.
Okay.
Relatively fast. I initially thought that he was an operator where I was going to be able to kind of place them like a claymore in a sense.
Yeah, no.
Where like I could put them behind me or put them in like some sort of flank
Yeah.
locations and things like that, and they could hang on for like obviously not the entire round, but like maybe a little bit longer than 8 seconds. But no, I found that they were dispersing relatively quickly, and I was like, oh, okay. I've maybe got to think a little bit harder about where I place these or how I utilize them, you know.
Yeah, because I remember when I was doing the test server, I was like, if I don't put them in the right place, I've wasted this canister.
Yeah, yeah, and you do get a good couple of canisters, so like there is that sort of you
Okay.
can sort of kick out one or two and be like, okay, maybe they were a little bit wasted or underutilized in a sense,
But that's fine.
but yeah, but still, I don't know.
Interesting.
I'd be interested to see if they played around with it. Obviously, they would have, but I'd be interested to see if they any other sort of players have that same feeling or experience. I guess I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, that's the new operator. We also have Stadium that is returning, which is a map that came about because of Road to SI, which is like an event that happens once a year or twice a year.
Yeah. I can say it now. It's going to be a very interesting map.
I personally am not a fan of this map.
No, me neither.
So I'm not a fan that they're bringing it permanently. It's like three different maps put into one.
Yeah.
And I just
and you're not the only one that has that feeling, Jens, because funnily enough, that was our first game that we loaded into was on Stadium. And the amount of audible groans that I heard in the voice chat was incredible. And then after we lost the first round, two of the people were like, okay, yeah, I'm leaving. I don't like this map anymore. And they just left. They just left casual. They were like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm not having it.
Like, it's so, just the whole map is like concrete / brown, and it's so hard in my brain to distinguish what the fuck is what am I looking at? Like, is it a wall?
There's tiny bits of color, and like that's the only way that you can really figure out your way through it, unless you've played it religiously.
Yeah.
And there's also these really confusing perspex glass walls throughout half of them. So like in some rooms you can see straight through, but you can't actually shoot them because they're bulletproof perspex glasses. Like
it's weird.
Like it's fine that it's in casual. And, like, I understand, like, it helps to add an extra map to the map pool so that you're not getting the same 7 maps each time, But it is an annoying map.
It just seems like a lazy move. Like, oh, here's a new map. We've already had it before.
I could tell they were sitting around their meeting table and I'm like, okay, we need to sort of add a bit more
something
content
else.
other than Grim. We need something else. And the guys were like, well, we already have this map asset sitting here unused for 3/4 of the year. Why don't we just whack that in? And they were like, that's a great idea. And they whacked it in probably, so.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan already. Anyways.
No.
That's in. It's called Stadium Bravo.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It'd probably be fun once or twice, but I can already tell that I'm sick.
It's going to be the new favela.
Oh, yeah.
But completely opposite because it's bulletproof. Yeah. The update also brings some balance and social changes to the multiplayer shooter, which is nice. Maybe, I don't know. Every weapon's recoil has been newly adjusted exclusively on PC. So basically what you put onto your weapons, like muzzle brake and the other two, will affect your gun's recoil. A good amount. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's very interesting. I played Frost and she has a lot more recoil than what I'm
Damn it, because her gun was like basically no recoil.
Yeah. There's a couple of them that seem very far out there.
Interesting.
So it's gonna take and look, I didn't play that much last season too, so it could just be muscle memory sort of kicking in, but it doesn't feel like what I remember it, at least. So yeah.
Damn. The next one is very exciting. Some operators will now be equipped with an EMP grenade, but it will be an impact EMP grenade, which I love because I hate grenades, like throwing an EMP and hoping that it is where you need it to be.
Yeah. And it also has a smaller area of effect too, compared to Thatcher's EMPs. So you've got to kind of be a little bit more precise with where you toss them. So you do still have to like kind of work in conjunction with other operators, like probably an IQ or someone that's drone sight to be like, okay, this is where it's kind of sitting to the left-hand side of the wall, so try and throw the EMP to the left-hand side of the wall.
Yeah.
Whereas with Thatcher, as long as you threw it within the general area, because it has a large area of effect, it's gonna probably hit it, So it does require a little bit more effort, but I'm yet to try these. I didn't pick up on any of the operators that had them, or I forgot to change if I did. But this is a very welcomed improvement. Very welcomed improvement.
Very much so.
Because a lot of the time, someone was kind of hard stuck as a Thatcher, where the team might have also needed someone else to fill that spot, but they definitely needed the Thatcher to get rid of, some form of wall denial or entrance denial or something like that. Now another team member can kind of do his role, but it's like Thatcher 0.5. It's like half a Thatcher kind of.
Yeah.
Because it's not the full, EMP grenade, but yeah. But I like it.
Same. For those who play ranked, a revamped map ban phase will let each team ban 1 map out of 5. So instead of each team banning 1 map out of 3, it now lets you choose out of 5 maps, which is...
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't play ranked...
It's good. Because a lot of the time what would happen is, let's say, because Favela got put into ranked recently, let's say it was Favela, Oregon, and just Tower, for example, got put into the ranked map pool. More often than not, both the teams would have either banned Favela, both of them, or both banned Tower, or something like that would have happened, and then there would have been 2 maps to pick from, which kind of defeats the purpose because each team is kind of meant to ban 1 map apiece, in a sense. Expanding this to 5 gives that a little bit more range.
Yeah,
so
totally.
There's going to be less frequency that a team is going to ban the same map that the other team has banned. And it also means that statistically, if you played a lot of ranked, within the same session, you are probably going to play the same map multiple times.
Yep.
This is now going to help alleviate that, where there's more of a chance that you're going to play different maps that are in the ranked pool. So it's a nice change as well. I like it.
Yeah, same.
And it brings it more in line with the esports as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, right.
Because I'm fairly short, and they have a larger pick ban phase as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it brings it. It's not exactly like it, but it brings it a little bit more in line with what the esports is like. So
cool.
Yeah.
Another new thing to the update is a phase 2 of the reputation system, which was added earlier this year, I believe.
Yeah.
And so I forget what exactly it will do. I think it does more penalties for abusive chatters so that they cannot chat at all unless you have the option ticked on.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm a little bit confused about what the last one did and what this one does, because they are rolling them out in phases. They're not rolling them out in like one big chunk and then like
it's hard to remember
going on from there. They're doing small little updates to it each season. So it is hard to remember, but I think you're right. I think it is focused on the text chat this time around.
I think so.
If I'm not mistaken.
Maybe they default mute them.
Yeah, I think if enough reports if enough reports happen, I think they just stop you from chatting, stop you from allowing you to chat.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't push it through. It could also be that if it flags enough words, which are in the system or something like that, if it flags enough toxic words, let's say, it'll also do the same thing, just to kind of call back on the amount of toxicity that happens. Which unfortunately is still a problem in Siege.
It's a problem in a lot of multiplayer games, but
look, you're not wrong.
Siege is bad. Siege is very bad for it.
Yeah.
Another way to combat this is the game now allows you to report players from the match replay viewer. So usually you report players after a match, but you have to be very quick on it, because once that scoreboard highlight goes away, you can't go back to it.
Unless you're using, like, let's say Shadowplay for an example, which is what I use. Unless you record it and you remember their exact username, and then you can go to the Ubisoft website and report them manually that way.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of extra steps to go through.
It is, yeah.
yeah, this is good. It's mostly, I think this one's mostly going to be used for people that have been accused of being a cheater.
Yeah.
Just because, like, if they're toxic in game, like, sure, you can report them right there and then, and that's fine and good. But if they're cheating, there's always that suspicion that it's like, oh, are they cheating? Are they not cheating?
Like that guy who watched you on Twitch.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, oh, are they? Like, yeah, and then you're like, I'd love to see it from their point of view, just to see like what they saw, what I saw, was it desync, what they are they actually like, who knows? And so then you go into the match replay viewer afterwards, and you're like, oh, he was cheating. You can see me tracing him through the wall like this entire way, and then it's an easy report. Like,
exactly, and you can do it straight from there.
And you can do it straight from there. You don't have to bounce to the website again. So that's great. Yeah.
And that is all I have for Siege right now, and now I want to play.
Don't worry. I haven't played in a good while, like I said. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll give it an update and I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. I enjoy it. It's gonna take a while to get used to these recall changes, but I can see myself playing it more this season a little bit. Yeah. Talking about updates though, Jens. Do you remember that little game called Cyberpunk 2077 that came out? I don't know how long ago now.
Oh yeah.
And then kind of got taken off the store because it was so broken, and then got put back on not too long after it. Yeah. Well, it's actually getting its first expansion. So this has been long rumored and kind of known for a good while as well, because CD Projekt Red themselves came out with that whole fiasco and was like, look, we're putting all of the expansion work and like all of the extra work we're doing on the back burner for now, and focusing on fixing the game first and foremost and getting it in the way that we wanted it, and then we're going to start picking that up again. And so now that game is kind of in the state that they wanted it to initially be in. They're like, okay, we're putting this back on the main burner. And they did a Twitch stream a couple of days ago, and they released kind of a small little teaser for it. There's not too much. There's not too much they released for it, but we do know that it is called Phantom Liberty. It will be releasing sometime next year, 2023, and it features the return of Keanu Reeves. It won't, however, Jens, be available on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So I'm sorry if there are any of you on last-gen consoles that are still trying to play Cyberpunk on them, but you won't be able to download Phantom Liberty and give it a go. It'll only be for PCs and the new next-gen consoles. Yeah, exactly. Now, like I said, not too much is known about the expansion other than it's going to include a new location within Night City, and that's about it. It was a very short sort of stream. It was like a minute-long sort of teaser trailer, which was basically just like a voiceover of Night City showing some of the new locations. And little snippets of it. And that's pretty much it. There was no real gameplay. There was no real sort of idea of where the story was going to be going or what's it going to be focusing on and things like that. But I'm sure we're going to find out more closer towards 2023. They did state that it was a broad release window, so we're not too sure if it's going to be the start of the year or towards the end. If I was a betting man, I would say towards the end of the year.
Yeah, probably.
I would say towards the end of the year, just to give a little bit of wiggle room. But yeah, that's the details. Is it going to get you to play Cyberpunk again, Jens?
No. No.
Yeah. It kind of does, because I never really felt like I gave it a good shot, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think I can, you know?
Yeah, I just don't know. There's too many other things right now that Cyberpunk is like the last of my interests.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
Like, there's just too much to fill the time with. And I don't know. Maybe one day, maybe if I do finally come down with COVID and I have to quarantine for a week or something like that, maybe that'll finally.
Let's be real. You're just gonna play Fortnite. Let's be real.
Let's be real. That's what. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's kind of exciting though. I'm happy for the team over at CD Projekt Red that they're kind of getting their foot back in the door and kind of getting, their ideal game out. It is kind of unfortunate what happened, but at least they learned the lesson, I guess. And it'll be a big wake up call. But yeah, I'm excited. A lot of people I have seen online are very excited for it. Reddit was kicking up a big fuss about it, so it seems like it's a much welcomed addition to the game.
Okay.
So
nice.
It's nice little bit of fun. Also, Jens, even some more game updates.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, our friends over at Ubisoft, after releasing the Rainbow Six Siege update, trying to fend off leaks and rumors and such about their Assassin's Creed franchise, which they were unsuccessful with because, unfortunately, Assassin's Creed Mirage leaked right at the start of the week. Some artwork for the game came out online on a couple of websites, and people put two and two together and were like, this has got to be a new Assassin's Creed game. And then Ubisoft, being Ubisoft, just steered into the skid and were like, yep, you know what? Screw it. This is the next Assassin's Creed game. It's called Assassin's Creed Mirage. It'll be coming out sometime this year. I'm not too sure, but we're going to find out on September 10th, because that's what they also said in their little tweet. They were like, look, we'll find out more at the Ubisoft Forward event. It's going to be set in the Middle East and feature a protagonist that was in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's all I know about it. That's all I know about it. Also, I think it's going back to it's Assassin's Creed roots. I think. I have hope that it is.
In what way?
So traditionally Assassin's Creed didn't have any of like that leveling stuff. They didn't have any of the like multiple weapons you could do, or like all the extra fluff that's come from like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Odyssey and all those sort of newer ones. A lot of them were just like single player story games. You just go and do the stories. There's a couple of side quests. That's about it. You don't have to worry about leveling or do any of that sort of stuff. There's no gear leveling. There's no nothing. They turn them more into like an RPG type game with the recent ones. But the ones that I loved were the older ones. And so if they do go back to their roots, I'm going to be a very happy gamer. Very happy gamer. Because that's kind of all I want.
I think that's what a lot of people want with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I wasn't enticed by any of the new stuff that they did. I wasn't like, okay, that's cool. I want to try that. I want to play that. I want to level my guy up. I want to like do, I just want to play the game and assassinate people. That's pretty much it. So yeah.
Yeah. All I saw about this was Aurora was, I think, made a song for it
too. She's doing a song, or she's involved in the event in some way.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Now that should be good as well. But September 10th, by the time this podcast is out and you're listening to it, it'll be the day after on a Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very early in the morning for us as well.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to be very early in the morning. But that's all right. I'll wake up and see all the news.
Yeah, totally.
Before work anyways. But it's, yeah. And then on top of that, Jens, not only was that leak not enough, but some more leaks have come out surrounding Ubisoft and the Ubisoft Forward event. So two notable leakers, Tom Henderson and Jason Schreier, are both reporting that multiple Assassin's Creed games are set to be announced this weekend on top of the Assassin's Creed Mirage announcement. So, like, not including the Mirage announcement, on top, Jens. So, both Henderson and Schreier say that a new major game is to be revealed, codenamed Red, and will be set in Japan.
Oh,
which is very exciting because that's a highly requested sort of location or time period for all the Assassin's Creed fans. They've been begging for it since like Assassin's Creed 3 or something like that. And they both have said that early concepts feature a samurai-like assassin. So
that'd be fun.
It's going to be set in some feudal Japan sort of era or something like that by the sounds of it. And this will be a big step of getting a lot of those like OG Assassin's Creed fans back on board as well, I would imagine. Because they've been asking for this for ages. And it just sounds like it's going to work, you know? Like, it sounds like the perfect combination. Assassins and like
fingers crossed.
Or like, fingers crossed. Who knows? It could go wrong, but it seems like it should work. So that's very exciting. And then on top of that as well, a second major Assassin's Creed game, reportedly codenamed Hexe, I don't know, Hexe, and is apparently set during the later stages of the Holy Roman Empire. And on top of that, revolves around the witch trials, Jens.
Oh, how?
Which is something that we've never ever seen, like even touched on in the Assassin's Creed sort of.
Bro, I want to learn more about the witch trials, so I'm excited for this.
Yeah, and that's one thing that the Assassin's Creed games have been great for, is as much as they're not like one-to-one depictions of history, obviously, they do revolve around some form of like history and like real-world events and things like that. So it would be cool to kind of be around that again and kind of, like you said, learn a little bit more or get a little bit more of a closer look as to what potentially happened back
That
then.
would be fun.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for both of those. And then, third and finally, there are also rumors that Assassin's Creed Infinity will finally be announced as well in some sense. I'm not too sure how they're going to announce it or if they will. But this is going to be Ubisoft's ongoing live service Assassin's Creed game, which is somehow, I don't know how they're going to do this, but somehow link all the Assassin's Creed characters and worlds together. And I think it's going to be an online multiplayer type game as well. So you can like link up with friends and go around assassinating people and things like that. But
cool.
This has people a little bit weary. For
I'm not sure how this is going to work, especially with the different franchises.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on it. I'll wait for the marketing department to convince me, but I don't know how it's going to happen.
Curious to hear more about this.
Yeah, it sounds like this Ubisoft Forward event's going to be massive this time around. So it sounds like it's going to be an event to tune in for. If you want to wake up early, that is. No, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, depends when the Lightning. Oh no, it's different.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Lightning McQueen shoes.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, I think, isn't it?
Well, it's tomorrow American time.
I think it's the 8th. Yeah, so it'll be like real late tomorrow night, or real.
I'm
early
so
Friday.
worried I'm gonna miss out on these, and I feel like I might.
Should I try and get them? Is it gonna be worth it? Do you reckon?
Yeah.
It's gonna be worth it. I might try.
We'll have a Lightning McQueen stay up party.
How much are Crocs?
I have no idea. 100?
Okay. No way, they're $100. Surely not.
They're normal shoes, aren't they?
No way. You could buy a pair of Yeezy slides for $100. Not Crocs, surely. $100. I mean, maybe because they have like that Disney Pixar tax on them, but still.
Oh, normal
expensive.
Crocs is like $50.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds a bit more right. Yeah. So let's say $60-$70 maybe because of the Disney Pixar tax.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right. Yeah. Let's find out. We'll have to find out what time they're dropping because I'll stay up and cop a pair.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. The Lightning McCrocs.
Okay, sorry. We got on a very different tangent. We'll tell you all about it when it happens.
Small tangent, yeah.
So yeah, Ubisoft event happening soon.
Yeah. On top of that, James, do you want to fill us in on this? There's a little bit of fiasco with the Xbox acquisition for Activision Blizzard.
Oh, Activision. Here we go.
Yeah. I can give you the quick rundown if you want.
Sure.
But basically, they've been put on hold a little bit.
The acquisition itself.
Yeah, it kind of. Because the Competition and Markets Authority, which is based out of the UK, has kind of put forward a couple of extra questions to Microsoft. And it might involve a second investigation or a second phase of the investigation. Yeah.
Well, Call of Duty, Diablo, and Overwatch have been confirmed for Xbox Game Pass if the acquisition deal passes. Which would be huge if it does come onto Game Pass.
That's going to be massive.
Because it's just going to revitalize the franchises, especially Call of Duty.
Yeah. Call of Duty suffers a lot from an initial wave of players, and then a month and a half after that, a steep decline.
Yeah.
All the way until Christmas when they release the next one.
And I don't know why. And that's why they release them so often, but I don't know why.
I think it is just because players can't keep up. There obviously there's a player set out there that play that game religiously.
Yeah, totally.
And then their skill gets way too much, and it's like, okay, what's even?
Maybe they're playing other games in the meantime,
and that too.
They get bored of it.
So, I'm sure there's people out there that just play Call of Duty. Like there's people out there that just play FIFA. But like you and I, we play a little bit of everything.
Spread them out.
So yeah. And so obviously when things come out, they obviously take priority over some other things. And then, yeah.
Well, interesting. The CMA has outlined a couple of reasons as to why they're calling a second phase, which include The deal could see Microsoft withholding or degrading Activision Blizzard content from other consoles or subscription services, which they might be.
Yeah.
Microsoft could leverage its broader ecosystem together with Activision's catalog to raise barriers to entry and foreclose rivals in cloud gaming services. Interesting.
Yeah. Which is why they wasted no time in announcing that all these games will be coming to Game Pass. Because Phil Spencer published a blog post on the Microsoft blog detailing how the acquisition would provide a little bit more access to these games rather than taking away that access from existing platforms. So the big man Spencer himself confirmed that, like what we already thought, Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Diablo are all coming to Game Pass. And also giving access for gamers to play these games through cloud gaming services on the likes of like your Samsung and LG TVs, like we reported on a couple of months ago as well, which, unsurprisingly, Xbox believes these will open the franchise to even more gamers.
Right.
I don't know how many gamers are going to specifically go out and buy a $3,000 TV minimum to start playing Overwatch on it, but I'd like to see that data if I could.
Maybe not that, but maybe PC Game Pass.
Yeah, and that's
the only bit.
But also, like, I can understand the UK's concern, kind of in a sense, because if these games are kind of only found on the Xbox Game Pass service, then what happens to PlayStation players?
Yeah,
obviously, I'm assuming it'd be kind of silly to that they would still sell the game full price, like as a disc or a download on the PlayStation or something like that. But it's I can see that sort of concern. I'd be very surprised if they don't push it through. Very surprised. But it's unsurprising as well that there was this second phase, because there was already a second phase investigation in the US's Federal Trade Commission, which is going to extend into 2023 more than likely as well. So the official word is that they still haven't acquired them as of yet, probably until next year sometime.
If that.
If that, who knows? It could go even longer again. I remember the Disney Fox deal taking a little bit as well to sort of get all the green lights and things like that, because of the same reasons.
It's just different.
They had to do all these investigations.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's
well,
it would be absolutely massive, because I can't see myself paying $120. I think it is on PC for Call of Duty. I physically cannot see myself paying that, especially when, like we said before, we don't play the game religiously enough to sort of warrant that price. So if it was on Game Pass, which I already pay for other games and services, I would happily take that as a deal,
Oh, totally.
That just sweetens the pot even more.
Because, like you said, we only play it for 2 months and then that's it. We move on.
Yeah.
So if it
what else comes out at the end of the year? There's so much else that comes out.
Exactly. And you just get bored of doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of variety is nice.
Having said that, the new sort of stuff that's coming around Call of Duty does entice me a little bit with how they're making it a little bit more realistic,
Same.
So that Tarkov side of me is kind of getting interested and is like, oh, okay.
And there's an F1 Grand Prix map, so
that too, I guess.
I'm sold. So Microsoft and Activision Blizzard now have until September 8th to offer substantial reasons why these two things won't be the case, or it will face a second phase investigation in the UK. I have a feeling that it will go through the second phase.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And the acquisition has already reached a second phase, like you said, in the U.S. Federal Trade Commission.
Yeah. It would make sense. It's going to make sense
totally.
that it's going to go into a second phase.
I wonder what Allmate Activision guy is up to.
Oh, allegedly he's staying around, I think.
Interesting.
Last I heard of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's sticking around.
Maybe,
which is very interesting.
Is sticking around till this is all done and dusted, and then
I would assume so. But I think one of the things that Xbox said, or someone said, when this whole first came out.
Yeah.
Was that he would be graciously moved on.
Yeah. But maybe
once
there's
the deal was kind of complete and things like that, and Phil Spencer would step in as the overseer of both Xbox and Activision Blizzard kind of thing. You know, because obviously there is that whole fiasco of their previous wrongdoings. You know, that they've kind of got to brush over as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll keep our eyes and ears close to the ground with this one because it is going to be massive once the deal does eventually hit. It's going to be a big thing for gamers and a big thing for Xbox as well. So.
Oh yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Huge for them. One very short thing I want to talk about.
I like how you snuck this in right at the end. I like how you snuck it in.
Arcane is the first gaming show to win an Emmy. That is all.
Well done.
And I'm so happy for them. They absolutely deserve it. And I think if this isn't a good enough reason to watch it, I don't know what is.
I don't know if it is.
It's
I don't know if it is.
good.
Do you know how corrupt the Academy Awards are, Jens?
Well, they're more diverse now.
Leonardo
Do it for the gamers.
Was robbed for 20 years, Jen. No. But yeah.
When did he get it again?
Oh, he got it like 5 years ago, something like
Reverend? Revenant?
Yeah, I forget what he got it from. But yeah.
I think he got it for the bear one.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Which was a pretty good movie. I did enjoy it. I went and saw that in cinemas.
I enjoyed it at the time. I don't remember anything about it except for the bear.
Me neither. I could only tell you about the bear.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of... I don't know why he got an award for it then if we can't really talk about his performance.
But we did remember the bears.
Yeah. That bear should have got the... See, I told you. See how corrupt the Academies are, Jen? That bear should have got the award, not Leo. That is so wrong.
Anyways, please watch it. It's so good.
Yeah, I gotta find it the time.
So good.
I still haven't finished Ms. Marvel or She-Hulk. I haven't even started She-Hulk yet.
It's because you're watching Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
extended
there's 12
edition.
hours of content. There's 12 hours of content that I gotta watch.
You don't have to. You're rewatching this.
Look, no, I was rewatching it. Emma was watching it for the first time. So that's the whole reasoning behind it. Is she hasn't
Have you
seen it
even
before.
started Rings of Power?
I haven't even started Rings of Power yet. Yeah, because it was so fucking busy.
Oh my god.
Honestly, every time, if I'm not recording Hello stuff, I'm not editing Hello stuff, I'm either at work or I'm in a meeting with clients and things like that.
Or playing Fortnite.
Or playing Fortnite, yes, which is also equally important, Jens.
Destiny is also important.
Oh, I'm not getting into this. You already know this. There's no amount you can entice me. I had to look at it because it's all on sale. And like, even when it's on sale, you still got to pay $80 for some of the content.
No, it's free.
That's
it's
like
free.
That's like one piece. The base game is free. Everything
else
is
just buy
like
Witch Queen. It's $30.
$120.
No, it's $30.
Incredibly expensive.
It's just $30.
Oh, couldn't believe it. Yeah. But even that, I know I won't have time for. So
no, absolutely not.
It's a massive game.
We get it. You're popular.
Yeah, I am. But no, I do. I have been quite busy, and like even today, I've been flat out because I had a bunch of meetings today, and then tonight, I got to go to bed early because the Apple event is real early tomorrow morning, where they're going to be announcing the new iPhones.
Oh fuck!
And because of my job, I kind of have to be on top of it all.
Oh shit!
Because like I'm selling them and things like that, obviously now. So,
you guys have day one.
Oh, we won't. It won't be out tomorrow. But I'm not even sure what pre-orders are going to be like. Like when they go live and things like that. But like it's good to still be on top of like what the phones offer and like their feature sets and things like that.
Yeah, so just when people
come in.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I want to get an iPhone 13. And I'm like, well, if you wait a week or two, you can get an iPhone 14. And like, this is why it will be better for you. Like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, totally.
So I got to get up a little bit earlier just to watch it before work.
Fair.
Just so I can, like I said, be on top of it all.
Oh boy.
But yeah, that's me these days. That's me.
Well, that's the week for this week.
Yeah, that's it. We got it all. We got through it all.
I know, we did.
Yeah, make sure you guys always like and subscribe and things like that, because I think tomorrow night as well, we've locked in that we're going to do a gameplay recording, so hopefully that will be up sometime soon as well. We did recently release our power washing sim gameplay, so if you haven't seen that yet, that's a good, nice, chill video. Go and check that one out. I don't know what you play this. We got a whole list of stuff to get through.
Yeah, there's a game called PlateUp, which is like an overcooked thing.
I've heard a lot of people talking about this as well.
Yeah, so
we might have to try that
we
one.
might have to look into that.
Yeah. But yeah, alrighty. As always, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. And we will see you guys all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What?